Daniel Sports Central, we go over a March Madness game preview and prediction on the Sweet 16 matchup between the UConn Huskies and the Arkansas Razorbacks. Huge matchup for both teams coming up here in the Sweet 16. You got UConn. This is a team that is once again a big contender in March Madness. They're taking on Arkansas. This is an Arkansas team that has been in the Elite Eight 2 straight seasons. They're looking for their third straight appearance in this matchup. So a huge game for both these teams coming up. We'll be covering a full game preview and prediction on this matchup here today, starting with their team trends. UConn beat St. Mary's 70-55 in the round of 32. And that was a game where St. Mary's was in control early and UConn got back into it and got the win by 15 in the end. So a very impressive second half is what UConn had. And if they can play the same way for the rest of the tournament as they did in the second half, this team is very dangerous to make a run for the Final Four. But as for Arkansas, they beat Kansas 72-71, knocking off the defending champs in what was an outstanding game. And Arkansas now, as an 8 seed, this team is looking for their third straight Elite Eight. And this team hasn't made the Final Four yet, but I mean, this could be the year for Arkansas. I mean, I know they're an 8 seed, they're 22-13, but this is a solid team. And when they're getting their shots to fall, this team is dangerous and really could beat anyone. Games be on Thursday, March 23rd in Las Vegas, and your tip-off is 7:15 p.m. Eastern. Spread's going with UConn here by 3.5. Over-under's 139.5. So we do see UConn favored by just a couple of points in this matchup. And if you look at the tournament runs for both teams, UConn beat Iona in the first round, 87-63. And they beat St. Mary's 70-55. So two dominant wins so far for UConn in this tournament. And as for Arkansas, they beat Illinois 73-63. Really were in control of that game pretty much the entire way. Really impressive win there. And they also beat Kansas, of course, the number 1 seed, 72-71. And so, yeah, Arkansas with two outstanding wins. They're hot heading into this matchup. Your stat comparison, UConn averages 79 points a game. This is a really solid team offensively. You could say that's that's really where this team shines. And as for Arkansas, it's the opposite. Arkansas is a team where defensively, they're especially great. So you got an outstanding offense against an outstanding defense here. I mean, both teams are balanced. I would say that. I mean, it's not terribly one-sided, but I mean, there is an area where both teams are definitely stronger. But for UConn, they allow 65 points a game. And in the BPI, both teams are actually really high. I mean, you got UConn, who's number 6, and Arkansas is number 14. And for the Razorbacks, they average 74 points a game and allow 67. Your notable games, UConn, they beat Alabama by 15. Really impressive win there over the number 1 overall seed in this tournament. They were 1-2 against Marquette this season, got swept by Xavier. They split the series against Creighton, and then they were 2-1 against Providence. And as for Arkansas, they were 0-2 against Alabama. They lost to Tennessee by 18. They split the series against Kentucky. They were 1-2 against Texas A&M, and they split the series against Missouri. So, I mean, Arkansas they've got a couple outstanding wins, but they've also played a really tough schedule. And they also played Creighton. They lost to them by 3. They lost to Tennessee. We mentioned that by 18. Lost to Baylor by 3. They did beat San Diego State by 4. They're in the Sweet 16. And I mean, this is a team that's really played a difficult schedule. And otherwise for UConn, they've also beat Oklahoma State by 10. They also beat Iowa State by 18. So this team has really played well in their most important games. Your key points for this one, UConn 27-8. This team is offensively brutal. And they, of course, got Adama Sanogo. He's had an outstanding season, averages 17 points a game, nearly 8 rebounds a game. This is a player that is all around just outstanding. And so keep an eye on him. And this is a team that generally plays well against top-tier opponents. We mentioned that, and they've been dominant so far in this tournament. So there's a reason why this team is a favorite in this game. It's, of course, close. The spread's only 3.5. But yeah, this team is definitely the favorite for a reason. But for Arkansas, this team is a brutal team, especially on defense. They're seeking their third straight Elite Eight. And if this team can get their shots to fall, watch out, because their defense is consistent enough to trust. And this is just the offense. They just need to get shots to fall. And when they're getting shots to fall, I mean, this is a team that is very dangerous and can go a long way in this tournament. So just keep an eye on that. And Arkansas 22-13, UConn 27-8. Should make for an outstanding matchup. And that said, let's get the prediction here for UConn and Arkansas coming up here in the Sweet 16. And I'm going with the upset here. Arkansas is going to win this game 76-70. I think in the end, the Razorbacks are just They're just playing really well right now. I've really been impressed by them, and UConn is as well. That's why it's so tough to predict this matchup. But I think Arkansas and Ricky Council, this team gets it done, and they proceed on to the Elite Eight once again. This is a team that has had success in recent years in the March Madness tournament, and it's going to continue once again, I think. And UConn, this is a team not to be underestimating, though, either. I mean, this is a team that they've got Adama Sanogo, and this team is all around just a balanced, outstanding team. And that's why it's so tough for me here, but I'm going to go Arkansas in the end. Razorbacks get the win. They proceed on. I'm going to say 55% towards Arkansas. This is going to be a close game and definitely could go either way. I'm taking the over and Arkansas to cover the spread in the end. But let me know your thoughts in the comments below on this matchup, and I appreciate you guys watching as always. Stay tuned for more from All Sports Central. Catch you on the next one.